Hello everyone, welcome to COSA 25, Microsoft Access for Windows. I'm Professor Almeida and I will be your instructor for the course. Coming up in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know so that you can be successful in your first week. We're going to be using a one-stop shop called Canvas, and you'll see how all of that works. If you need a break, you do have the pause button. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is the Long Beach City College website at lbcc.edu. To get to Canvas, click or tap on the Viking portal. You will need to log in with your student ID number and your Viking portal password. Once you are in the Viking portal, you want to click or tap on Canvas, and this will take you to the Canvas dashboard. Now, if you've never used Canvas before, let me give you a quick tour. I'll start with this. If your Canvas dashboard looks a little something like this, it might be tricky to find our class. What I would suggest is to click on this three-dot menu to the right, switch over to card view, and then you should be able to find our COSA 25 class. And here it is right here. Over to the left, you will see your account settings, which includes your profile and notification settings. I will be communicating primarily through Canvas, so make sure that you are receiving notifications for the class. The best and easiest way to reach me if you have questions is through the Canvas inbox, and I do ask that you allow up to 24 to 36 hours for me to get back to you. Now, this is the class site here in Canvas, and you'll see a couple of additional menu options. Again, I'm Professor Almeida, and you can learn more about me by visiting my site at jpalmeida.com. Again, the best and easiest way to get a hold of me is through the Canvas inbox, as you can see here, and I do ask that you allow 24 to 36 hours for a reply. Now, COSA 25 is fully online and asynchronous. So in other words, we have no scheduled class meetings. The course runs for 12 weeks from Monday, September 22nd, all the way through Sunday, December 14th. My student office hours are a way for you to connect with me on the course and the materials. For fall 2025, you can stop by the COS Computer Lab in M229, and I will be there Mondays 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Thursdays, I will be online in the Canvas course chat from 9 a.m. until noon Pacific time. This is what the Canvas course chat looks like. Now, outside of my office hours, feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the chat, but I'm only here in the course chat on Thursdays, 9 a.m. until noon Pacific time. If you have questions for me outside of my student office hours, again, you want to use the Canvas inbox. As an added bonus, if you message me during my student office hours through the Canvas inbox, I'll be more likely to respond to you right away. So I want to show you how to get started with the course, and I'm going to cover these bullet points here. You want to start by reading the course syllabus. The syllabus is your guide to this class and what to expect. It is very important that you read the syllabus and refer to it throughout the course. And you'll see what COSA 25 is all about, what's required in this class, important dates, how to get support, and I'll talk about this a little bit later. Some campus resources, attendance drops and withdrawal, the different kinds of assignments, due dates and grading, missed and late work, academic integrity, certificate information, and all of that good stuff. When you get to the last page, you'll see our week-to-week schedule. What I want you to do here is to take the due dates you see and plug them into your personal calendar. As a matter of fact, that is the second bullet point here. Plug all due dates from the syllabus into your calendar. Once you have done that, the next step is to register with SimNet. To get started with SimNet, you can click or tap on the McGraw-Hill SimNet link here to the left. And once you have created your SimNet account, I want to show you the easiest way to purchase access. For COSA 25, it's $71 plus tax if you purchase directly in SimNet, no access code needed. You can alternatively go to the LBCC bookstore and pick up an access card. I can tell you right now it's going to be more than $71, but with the access card, you scratch off the code and you enter it into this box here. The third option you don't see is to sign up with 14 days of courtesy access. So if for some reason you are unable to pay for SimNet, you can sign up for 14 days, and this will give you enough time to get settled in. I strongly recommend that you sign up for your courtesy access on the first day of the course. Once you have done all that, the last thing is to go into the discussion forums here and introduce yourself. I have a little icebreaker. It's not required, but it's a way for all of us to get to know each other better, so feel free to check that out. And once you're all set, go ahead and click on modules. You'll also see modules to the left here. Now, before I get into the first week, you'll see the welcome module, and this also includes campus resources. These links are clickable, by the way, and if you need to get support in this class, there are a few ways to do that. The first is through COS Tech Support. You'll see a link to the left here, COS Tech Support. And if you quote-unquote enroll into the class, it will show up in your Canvas dashboard. But I want to show you the hours for the COS computer labs in LAC and TTC. So these are the hours. If you scroll further down, you'll see how to reach out to our instructional assistants. If you need to get help with LBCC technology, whether it's logging into the Viking portal or installing Microsoft 365 on your home system, here is how to contact the Student Technology Help Desk. Now, as this is an online class, I've also provided some resources for you to check out regarding online learning at LBCC. I hope that you do take advantage of these resources. And with that, let's scroll further down here on the modules page. And here we go, week 1. Be sure to check out this overview page on what we are doing for the first week. So again, make sure you check out this information here. And you'll see that you have 2 assignments for week 1. Now, this module will open up on the first day of the class, Monday, September 22nd, along with week 2 for those who want to work a little bit ahead. So again, you'll see that there are 2 assignments here. The Access Chapter 1 Sim Book, and this doubles as your course textbook. We'll take a look at that in a moment. You also have a project where you need to use Microsoft Access, and I've also provided a walkthrough video so that you can see how the project works from start to finish. Now, before I continue with your Chapter 1 Sim Book, this is Microsoft Access for Windows, and you do need to have Microsoft 365 on a Windows PC. As a matter of fact, you can see that I have Access installed here. So, how do you install Microsoft 365? Well, if you are in your Viking portal, you will see Microsoft 365. You're going to sign in with your student ID number at lbcc.edu. It's going to look like an email address. So for example, if your student ID number is, let's say, 01234456, you would enter 01234456 at lbcc.edu. You may have to log in through the Viking portal again. And one thing I forgot to mention when it comes to the Viking portal, if you don't remember your password, just reset it, okay? Don't try to guess your password, because if you get locked out, you're going to have to contact the Student Technology Help Desk. All right, so once you get to the Microsoft 365 page, this is what the Copilot dashboard looks like. And to install Microsoft 365 on your system, you want to click on the Apps category here to the left. And then from there, you'll see this Install Apps button, Microsoft 365 Apps. From there, you're going to choose Install Office. You can see Install Office right here. The installer will download to your system. Check your downloads folder, run that installer, and follow the prompts to complete installation. Now, if you're still not sure about this, reach out to the Student Tech Help Desk and they should be able to assist you. But again, since this class is Microsoft Access for Windows, and since Access is only available on Windows PCs, you will need to have a Windows PC for this course. If you don't have access to a Windows PC, if you have the know-how with virtual machines, as you can see here, I'm running Fedora Linux and I have Windows 11 as a virtual machine. Hey, more power to you. Otherwise, be prepared to arrange to use another system. And again, feel free to reach out to support for your options. And with that, let's get back to our week 1 assignment. So again, make sure you read this overview page. And from here, I'll go ahead and open up this Access Chapter 1 sim book. As a matter of fact, I have it open right here. So your goal is to fill this progress meter all the way to 100%. Now you'll see that there are 20 tasks, and the way you can tell you have tasks to do, you want to look for these right here, okay? If you see none, you can just skip past that, okay? You're looking for, in this case, page 2 with 1-1. You're also looking here at 1-2 and 1-3. So again, your goal is to fill up this progress meter to 100%. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at one of the tasks here. Now, as I was saying, your sim book doubles as your textbook in the course. Now, you're going to come across one of the tasks. It's going to look something like this. You'll see there are 3 modes: show me, guide me, and let me try. Let me go ahead and launch Show Me here. Now, with Show Me, you just simply play the video. Now, for this task, you're learning how to modify the navigation pane category in Access along with the group filter. So again, Show Me, you just sit back and watch the video.
To modify the navigation pane category and group filter.
Okay, so you get the idea. In Guide Me, this will assist you step by step. So you can see here that there are 4 steps to this task. Click the navigation pane arrow to the right of all Access objects. Well, let's say I don't know what they're talking about here. Where's that navigation pane arrow? If I click Show Hint, it will actually point it out to me right here. And it tells you in the hint, the navigation pane arrow appears in the top right corner of the navigation pane. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And then it will walk me through the next step here. Select the table and related views category. So I hope you get the idea here with Guide Me. But to get the point, you need to know how to do this in Let Me Try mode. So here, we're being asked, set the navigate to category to tables and related views. Now, let's say I don't know how to do that. I can click Show Hint. And let's just go ahead and go through this right now. Tables and related views. We'll go to the next step. Change the filter by setting to all tables. And there you go. You have successfully completed the Let Me Try. You'll notice the check mark here. And again, you need to go through the Let Me Try task to actually earn the points. As a matter of fact, if I exit out of this sim, you'll see that I am now 5% of the way through. One tip here, don't check your Canvas gradebook until you actually finish your training sim. The grade syncs automatically to Canvas. I have no control over it. And if you look at your Canvas gradebook, you'll think that you're only at 5% and you're already failing. So go through, complete the training sim, the sim book, before checking your grade. Now, this training sim is going to be due in your first week, and it is a participation requirement for everyone. Now, our COSA 25 class is waitlisted, and I need to make sure that you really want to be in the class. It's not enough to be enrolled. You need to sign up with McGraw-Hill SimNet. Again, if you can't pay for SimNet right away, you can sign up for 14 days of courtesy access, but you do need to complete that Chapter 1 Sim book on time. If you don't do it on time, I'm going to assume that you don't want to be in the class anymore, and I will drop you so that I can make room for folks on the wait list. So it's very important that if you want to stay in the class, you need to get that sim book turned in. Now, throughout the ad drop period, you need to make sure that you are fully participating, and this also goes for your 3 Chapter 1 projects. You have the guided project in your first week. Again, I've provided a walkthrough video that you can go and watch. And then in week 2, you'll have 2 independent projects to work on. So I will be watching participation very closely. Again, with the training sim, it shouldn't be too difficult and it shouldn't take you a whole lot of time, but you also want to make sure that you are settled in so that you can start working on your projects. And with that, I want to welcome all of you to COSA 25. I hope that this video has helped you out. Good luck with your first week. Let's have a good 12 weeks together. Thanks for watching, and I will see you around.